I see it. We got here, Roger and I got here about 11, and I've been with clients back to back till about 5 minutes ago. Anyways, today we're going to talk about how to spike an orchid, you know, how to make it pretty. You guys all know that I'm more of a designer aspect of the company and the business mind, but so I like everything pretty. So if we have flowers that flower in at home, we should also make it pretty. And as Norman likes me to reinforce, if you have plans going into judging and stuff, so if you get awarded, it gets photographed, so you want it to be pretty. So anyway, this is what we're going to work on today, and I'm going to get this out of my way, so we'll work one by one. So I think Hannah wants to say hi, guys. You got Hannah? Cool. Anyways, so today we're going to talk about how to spike and what's the right way to do it. And let's start with one of these. Okay, let's start with a simple one. So if you get a fail is this going to get everything, guys? Is this going to get all the height? So if you have a plant, when it's spiking, you try not to spike it right away because it's still a young spike. You may snap it. So let it naturally spike up to when you start budding. So you just put a stick in it. That's what we do here because there's too many to keep up. We just kind of put a bamboo there just so they're not falling. We do a clip. We might sometimes just help gauge it. But this, we usually don't let it go this far out. But we have cut flowers and we have weddings and stuff. So we usually will bloom some out. So of course there's leaves that's coming up, but we usually let it naturally fall out. If it's going out, I'll clean it up. So when you have a plant like this and you want to spike it, Roger, can you see what the spikes are? I'm trying to show what's the right way to spike. So it's like, I think the best way to explain is when you have a t-shirt, you have a tag of what size it is, you wear it in the back. So you want your bamboo to be in the back of you because you don't want wear your tag in the front. That's the best way I could explain it to you for you to understand. So you grab appropriate size of bamboo. You know, the bamboo come naturally. Some are really thick, some are really thin. So you want to look at what you're working with basically. If it's a big plant, you don't want a tiny little thin bamboo stick. So here what I'm going to do is you wanted to avoid the root system. When you plug it in, you don't want to crunch right into the roots. So I don't know if you guys can see this, guys. Here's a whole bunch of root systems. So I'm trying to avoid the root system and go gently in there. Don't just go jab it in because you'll hear it. You'll hear the roots. If you ever jammed it, you'll hear it crunch. So I'm going to just kind of jiggle it in because I'm kind of feeling where the roots is. More of an education, as you see, I'm in without hurting any root system. So I personally don't like to use the clips at the final presentation, as I call it. So today I'm going to share what I created at Orchid Affair, which is a wired here you are, sorry. I usually work all the way till podcast time. These are custom wire I did for Orchid Affair. I had these custom made. They're wire, they're very flexible. So, and plus you don't want to waste anything by buying anything pre-cut. So, because everything, it's got different thickness, different stems. So, I like to use this so we don't waste any wire. And plus, I like these because they don't hide the millibug. A lot of times you notice your millibug will be in the clips and in the, I think it's the green paper wire, those forest wire that you hide, they're good source of higher bugs. These are thin enough. It's got wire within and it's brown, so it's perfect. So again, I like to use this when it's final project, but if we at the growing bench here, we obviously don't have time to do this. The girl just sticks it, clip it until they're ready to go, then they'll change. So you're gonna gently lift it up. And usually I like to put the first twist tie right above the first flower. But of course, every flower is different. So here I am going to put it in. And I usually do it crisscross and give it some room because you don't want to choke the plant. So do it crisscross. I usually have my thumb here so I make sure that I give it enough room there. And Jeff is playing with Hannah. Anyway, so you hold this here, your thumb here between the stem and the bamboo. That gives it a little room here so you're not choking the stem. So here's a good twist. We're good, right? Then I'm going to go finish this off on the bottom. Again, you cut what you need, right? You gently push the stem to the bamboo, and voila, here you go. You have a good spike. Again, we're going to cut off the excess bamboo, and please don't cut the stem. I've done it before. Don't be talking to people and you turn around, you cut the stem right off of the bamboo. So that's the basic on how to do that. And these are just 5 flowers, so it won't break from flower being too heavy. We also wire, as you've seen when you purchase our plant. They do come with wire, and then that's a lot of work, but don't try that at home yet if you don't know how to wire. So these are just from the growing bench that I just kind of quickly pull, and I like perlic flowers a lot. So this is your regular perlic, and this is your Lycaste perlic. So we're gonna do the same thing and just quickly spike them. I'm just gonna use a spike. I sometimes when I go through plants, I like to clean up. I hate the dip stalk from previous blooms, so I usually like to clean it. And then when I do that, I clean this is not the right shear. Of course, this is the first cut, so I don't have to torch it yet. So here, how do you clean a root system? You're obviously not going to cut a plump one. Here are the dry one, and every root system, sometimes they have their own breakage, so you could just cut off here, or here's another breakage you can cut off here. I like to clean, and I leave the plump one in. So you give it a good clean, and it's almost like taking a shower going out the door. You want it to be presentable. I'll just mess up Norman's desk. Here we are again. I think this bamboo is at the perfect position. I don't want to re-bamboo again. Again, we're going to flip the flowers up. Ideally, you want to put it above the first flower. That usually is where you want to be anchored at. Again, I'm taking all these clippies off, and if you want to reuse them, I suggest you kind of I don't use a lot of bleach at home. I just use vinegar because I don't like bleach. So you just cut whatever size you need. Again, before you do it, kind of just fold it in half to help you. And I'm trying to figure out where do I want it. You don't want it so straight up so all the flowers are upside down. You want it comfortable right above the first flower, like I explained earlier. Again, you fold it in half. Leave your thumbs there so I ensure I have extra space for it, so I'm not choking the stem. See, here I am again. It has room. And now we're gonna just close it. When you close up, be careful. If you do it really hard, sometimes you'll snap it. And again, I'm not preaching because I've done it before. And when Mom was alive, we usually joke and say, haha, no lunch for you. So this one, I don't, it's up to you. I don't like this curving this way, so I'm going to add another. Hey, can I get some bamboo? What?
Index cards.
Oh, index cards right here, Norman. You're in my space. Out of here. Hey, I need some bamboo, really thin one. Oh, okay. Thank you, Norman. You're good for something today.
Jesus.
I'm a podcast. You have to be nice to me. So here we go.
In my way.
Oh, Hannah.
Hannah is trying to snip the path.
Okay, see? So this one we did 3 twisties instead of 2. And this is what it looks like when it's all spiked. And there's Hannah trying to smell the flower. do a really quick one. Oh, I have a few minutes. So anyway, so if you like a cascade, so you don't have to spike it as tall, this one I need to move the bamboo because it's bamboo itself is crooked. So if you don't move it, the whole spike's going to be crooked. Here I am taking it out, but be careful when you take it out. Make sure this is strong enough, and you don't have a dog in front of you trying to eat everything. I'm just going to feel real quickly where the roots are. And again, you don't jab, you just kind of wiggle yourself in. You can feel it if there's a root system. Okay, this is good. And this one, I like it a little bit curved, so we're not going to use the first flower gauge. And if I want to curve, I want my stem to be a little bit longer as well. Again, fold it in half, loop it in, and see where you want your curve to be. And here's your natural curve. And these spikes are strong enough, I know they're not gonna break. And on this one, I may not want to close it all the way through, so I'll cut a little bit longer piece. I rope around the bamboo sticks. Then the other end, I'll just hold on to it to the stem. And then we'll cut this off. So here's the difference. We have it really straight tight and straight up, or we have a cascade. So it all depends on the flower and how you like to have your spike. Again, I have to torch my shears, but I won't do it. But here, cut off all the previous spikes, clean up the plant, make it presentable. I don't have time to keep going because I'm supposed to be on till 1, right? I was gonna spike this one, but we don't have time. To Trumpet's Farm. Oh, this is actually awarded. It's actually the Jamie Fang. I just found it on my way in. I was going to spike her prettier, but we won't have time. This was awarded AMAOS. Again, this is a rebloom, I guess, or continuous bloom. So the flower spike keep going. So I would obviously, if I want a cascade, then I won't use a longer wire. If I want it a little bit longer in cascade, then I would use a taller or longer wire, and let do the same thing with this and let it flow. Today I do want to share with you these that I custom made for the shop before. These are the brown wire. They come 8 foot in a row. It's $3.50, 8 foot in a row, and they're on, oh wait, they just put it on the website for me because we weren't even selling this. Oh yeah. Can you read off this number?
A000169.
Okay, so this is under supply. A00169. This is
no, A000169.
A as an apple, 000169. I'm reading it backwards. So this is, they just put this number, created this number for me since I'm sharing this. I used to be very thrifty and hoard all this for myself, but since I closed the shop, I have extra to go around. So these are 8 foot in a row. Like you see, we use it really sparingly, and you can use this for anything, really. That's presentable, but I mainly like this. This is very flexible, and I can use it so I don't have mildew problem or bugs hiding in there. And again, when you use it, you could always reuse it. Like I said, I hate bleach. I just do vinegar at home. This will be on the website. This is $3.50 only. This is going by what I paid before. $3.50. But if you're a Popcast member, just write on the comment Popcast, and if you buy 6, we'll give you 2 more. So you're gonna get 8. So they're $3.50 each. Buy 6, we'll put 8 in there. That way you'll have extra. And then here's clippies. If you need clips, people always call us for clips. We have clips on the website as well, for the purpose of when they're spiking, you just kind of prop it up. Hey, you guys get Norman, otherwise I have to keep talking, which I have no problem. Yeah, you use this to start prepping the plant. So, anyways, if he's not even here. So this is what Norman tossed me this plant. I'm just waiting until Norman gets here. When you go to judging, That's not my plant. That's Norman's plant. When you go judging, you don't want to see all these clippies. Can you imagine get a wart and that's all you see is flower and the big giant clips. So you do want to clean up your plant to be more presentable. So I guess we could do this one while Norman's not here. And then when you spike, you want to just kind of just look at the plant first, where you want all the flowers to be. You don't want to spike it to be clumpy that all you're gonna see is a blur of plant. So this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spikes on it. So we want it, before you start spiking, position to a way that you want versus try to do everything 5 times. You know, take it out, re-jab, take it out, re-jab. Then you're gonna hurt your plant. Norman's missing in action. And this one, on the smaller plants, I usually want to do just kind of prop the spike up. I don't want to do the choking. I don't want to do the halfy turn. I just, can you see, Roger? You kind of fold it in half. Do it gently because I would hate for you to break it. That way you just pull it and then loop yourself on the wire or a bamboo, whatever you're working with. And when I do that, then I don't need 5 wire, because that way I could loop the other one as well on the same wire. It's nothing worse for me than 5 sticks and 5 spikes, you know. Here's another one. You're gonna loop it. And this one I could go here if I wish. It's all up to you. So you got them all spiked up. This was already hanging on, so I'm just gonna do the halfy. Again, gently. And when you do this, be careful. Don't knock off the pollen cap. Once you knock off the pollen cap, the flower is gonna fade. Okay. I don't know if you guys know where the pollen cap is. Pollen cap is usually right down here. If that part falls off, usually it's orange, a little tiny orange. It'll fall off, and then this flowers will fade pretty much right away, within a day or so. So when you do this, try not to mess with the pollen cap, and you wonder why the flowers don't fade. You know, blame it on everybody. Let me do one more, and then I'm out of here. And this is a little bit extra, but I really don't want to choke these.
What are you doing, my orchid?
I'm trying to make it look pretty, honey. So here you go. We have the new way to spike it. We took out all the ugly clips so we could just focus on the flower.
Very good for judges.
And very good for judging. Look what I filmed.
Special
The water one with Jamie on it. I was going to do this one, but...
No, let it
yeah,
freestyle.
We'll let it freestyle like me. But anyway, so... try to get rid of the clippies. You know, we want to enjoy the flowers, not the clips.
Can you
okay?
spike this one? This is the best.
You want me to spike it?
Yeah, this is one of the later on. Oh, this is the one on the feature.
Here, put here. So
But
again,
this is the one that.
get the wire. This is really good for you. I really offer because I've been having millibug problem at my house. So I changed all the. We have the thicker wire, which I don't like. Where's the thicker wire? Well, it's suitable, but this one I changed it through my house last week because it's nowhere to hide the millibug. So Norman wants me to do this one really quickly. I will. So again, here's a whole pile of bamboo. So we just want to make sure we pick the right size. Obviously, I don't want to pick the real thick one. I don't want to pick this one, which is going to be bigger than my spike. So please be careful, and you want to do everything.
Try this one.
I don't.
No. This is the 80. So
I don't like these. These are the one I
That's
said
why
that
the
hides
leaves are
bugs too.
and they have moisture.
And they have moisture. They hide everything. So here's the thinner spike bamboo I have. So you kind of want to be a gauge of it. If you don't know how to do the gauging, just cut a little bit extra. Waste a little bit of bamboo. It's okay. And get a really good shear, because when you don't get a good shear, you've been doing this for 20, 30 years, you get carpal tunnel surgery. So anyways, again, you want to look for places that you're hoping there's no root. So you're going to gently put it in. And this one, we're gonna do the same technique, is fold it as a loop, pull it up, right? And then we're gonna just twirl this around the bamboo. Hannah, what's up? Are you looking? Are you looking? What's up, Hannah? No, Hannah. Can't do this. Hannah? No. So here we go. We do the hook. We'll call it the hook technique. And here you go. Here's another spike. So we really don't want to hit it. Last one. Okay. And it has a leaf in front of it. So what am I gonna do? So I'm gonna move this little leaf over. Maybe we'll just put it right here. There we go. This is 8 foot, so it goes a long ways. I had to measure it this morning. I didn't know how long it was, remember? So this is getting too close to that, so I'm going to have to fix that over here. I like it a little bit taller too, so there's more room for it to bud out, and when you water it, you're not watering the flower. So I don't like it when it's too close. So I always have a handful of moss around, or bark if you use bark. This is a little dry, but anyways. So you're gonna put it in here between the bamboo sticks and the root system. That'll separate it a little bit for you. And now since this one's too tall, we're gonna cut it. So here you are. You gave it ample room to grow the side spike. Here's another side spike. We now left it all the flower spike. Actually, my boo-boo, I think I should do this instead. Let's move this one over here, and that kind of takes care of everything. What do you guys think? What do you think, Hannah?
Wait a minute. Hello. Hannah want to see Chestnut.
Oh my God! Hi, Chestnut.
Does she have the?
She doesn't have all her shots yet, so here we go. I think it's a little better when Norman just tossed it at me.
Okay, that's a blue ribbon.
And then when you water, you're not going to get the flowers all wet. So all the supplies, you could look online, and I'll text it to Crystal. Crystal will do a recap of all these numbers. Okay, it's all yours, Norman.
You share your trick.
I'm sharing my tricks today.
Wow.
So, bye, guys.
Am I on?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Buttercup have a little bit eye infection, so Chestnut. A lot of people haven't seen Chestnut for a long time. Look at Chestnut.
Oh my
Hey.
God. She's
It's like
beautiful.
ping pong. Hello. Hello.
Hi, Chestnut.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Today's topic is fragrant phalaenopsis. And Brian, can I give a Bernina first?
I'm going to take all my stuff away.
Okay. When we talk about fragrant phalaenopsis, you have a number for this? This one.
I thought they were saying.
Oh, okay. How about the regular one? Okay. For the other one. The regular form. The Bernina phalaenopsis. Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's two.
This one.
Okay, yeah, this one. I have a sign for this one. Okay, this is the, when we come to the Bernina, the number one is the two form. We have the regular form. Give me a sign.
It's the same number.
No. No, this is Surya. No, right? This is this. Sorry. Okay, this is the number. Okay, right? Okay, we're gonna focus here. Okay. Sorry. Still not. This is the first time we moved to the new location. Okay. For all, I'm gonna put, can you, right here? Okay, good. Okay, this is the, it's now called Bernina now. Okay, in the old days, this is the species that we used to call it Violaceae. But now the technology has changed to Violaceae again, Bernina. Okay, so when we come to the fragrant Phalaenopsis, this is the species that people associate. And this is our NF2360. And Bernina, Violaceae, they're from Malaysia. And they like, this is, their season just coming, okay? And I don't know if you can do a close-up. You see, we had 1 and 2 from previous year, and now another new spike coming. Okay, so this is what we call the specimen, the jumbo size or premium size. So if the stage is available, this is the size to have, because Bernina or Violaceae type are very slow grower. A plant like this is about minimum 5 years. Okay, so but they're very rewarding because you never cut out the spike. It's the summer is here. You got long day and short night. So this is the seasons of coming. And Bernina and Violaceae only have fragrance at night. So right now, Brian, okay, close to the pad. Right now we are doing the video next to the pad system here. And the pad here is very, very nice and cool. Okay, so it's about maybe 70 degree or 72-ish temperature. But Bernina is not going to give you fragrance until midday. So if you think that first thing in the morning, 60 degrees, 62 degrees, no fragrance. This is the type of fragrance is associated with temperature. The warmer the temperature, the more fragrant they are. So if you live in Florida, my God, you are lucky, because as soon as the sun hits in South Florida or Central Florida, just one plant can have fragrance cover all your patio. If you have if a lot of people have swimming pool, but funny thing about this is the fragrance on Bernina is associated with temperature and the light. So the minute, even couple hours before sunset, you have no fragrance. So usually in California about till 5 o'clock. So only have fragrance during the day, and then by the nighttime they go to sleep. Okay. And next one is, this is the Minu. Okay. Can you get a number? Okay. This is the Surya form. No. This is the Surya form of the Bernina, and it's very new. It's very new on this. You see, and we have several Surya strains in our website that we've been constant breeding with it. Okay. Now, Roger, can you focus on this point here? Okay, all right. Good. Those two spots, I would not worry about it, because at my nursery, we don't use fungicide. And as I said before, not all the fungi or fungus are bad fungus. Some of them just like cosmetic. So what happened with this two here is they might have a couple spots from the water splash, but they're not the type of fungi that cause disease. If they have a disease, these two spots will be expanded in no time. So this is just a lot of time cosmetic, but we don't use fungicide for the last 20 years. I keep stressing this because plants are strong. Nobody of this Malaysia, in Malaysia, nobody spray fungicide. So if they do have a rainstorm or they got wet at night, guess what? They're going to have freckles like this. And that is the way the plant can heal themselves and sometimes even contain the fungi. So if you can get to do it without any fungicide, I know we all have to spray pesticide, but plant itself cannot kill insect. But they do have a system, immune system, that can isolate and take care of the infection themselves. Now, a lot of people always say, when I ship plant like this, Bernina and Valencia being the tropical plant, Roger, I want to show you the spot here. Is it here? Okay. This is not fungi, okay? This is actually a mold. Bernina and fungi, Bernina, a lot of your tropical species type, they will have honey in the summertime. Just like your maple tree will have honey. So they will have a lot of honey behind the flower. So this is what I do. I just use the all toothbrush and couple drop of the soap detergent, diluted. Okay, it's not strong. And then you can do it. Just wash them off. Just wash it off. It's not gonna hurt the plant because the old toothbrush is not that strong as much. Can you see it back? I just knocked out one bud. Okay, sorry. So then you can just rinse it off. Okay, another way to do it is with Fison. Okay, once you wipe it up, it's fine. So if you sometimes if you're see all this the fungi the snack from this. So if you see this on your field, especially under light, because under light they grow constantly. If you see this black don't call me. That's natural. That's the way the plant responds to the heat. Okay, no power. And then give me the button. Okay. So now we're down to the I kind of tease everybody about the tray of one. A world premiere and release of a 24 hours species. Okay, so this is actually really what really passionate about is a fragrant Bernina. Okay. About 5 years ago, about 8 years ago, and I have a customer and complained to me. He said, "Well, Norman, is the orchid that I got from you, maybe Bernina or Bernina hybrid?" He said, "You lied to me." I said, "Why?" Well, it had no fragrance when I got home. And I said, "Yes, it does have fragrance. It had fragrance during the day." And she said, "Well, that doesn't do me any good because I'm not home at the time. I'm not home, I'm working." And I said, "Oh, she got a point." So I had to justify and rewrite the description, say, okay, only have fragrance at night. Then it dawned to me that what happened if we can find a phalaenopsis with a species or hybrid that can flower and have fragrance 24 hours. And so then this is the solution. Can I take a picture of this group here? Can you see this group here? Okay. Right about 10 years ago, I have a privilege to receive seed, a dry seed from a collection of marvelous from New Guinea, okay, from the area called Iran Java. It's the Java area, and so those of you, I think it's area very. A lot of this Southeast Asia, especially Philippines, they have lots of different islands. Even Surya, different island, have a different marking of foliage. So I raised maybe about 200-300 seed from and this what I'm showing you here is the original seed strand that I got from a friend in Java, from the jungle. Okay, so we're not taking plant out of the jungle. We get the dry seed. I send it to the lab. Using the dry seed, you're gonna do more. It's more harder to clean it up. So you kill a lot of seed, and they're not as viable because I don't know how old the seed that my friend sent me. So anyway, I raised about a couple of 300, and this is a group of them, and not all the are marvelous from Java. They do have fragrance. The fragrance smells like jasmine. And lots of you like jasmine tea, even now understand the fragrance. The not your typical marvelous. Roger, can you show the leaf? The leaf is kind of unlike the marvelous or from Philippines, which usually very dark green, or marvelous grandiflora have big flower, 4-inch flower. This strand is very delicate, and let's focus on the flower. It's a two end, and if I don't spike it, this is how they find themselves in the wild. Hanging. Picture this. The leaf have genetically like to be kind of 45 degree or ounce tilted. That's how they mount themselves on the tree trunk. Very nice cascading, and right out about that 300 plant, I have identified maybe about 10 plants that have fragrant 24 hours. Okay, and then you can tell some of them have different habit. Some of them have different branching habit. Some of them have good branching habit, and so I've been. This is the collection. I will be donate a couple of this plant to the Huntington at the to the Brandon Tam at the Huntington Botanic Garden, and also to Greater New York Botanic Garden, because this is the gene pool that I think should be shared and kept at the Botanic Garden. And this is why we do this. It's a conservation effort. If I don't get the seed out of the jungle, by all means, sometimes a quick fire or a hurricane, a population of the species could be destroyed. We learned that with Dorati Poturima champolensis. One flood, a hurricane flooding, the whole population was wiped out. But because the seed was available, so now they actually the seeding was actually sent back to Thailand and then redistributed again. So out of this population, I'm actually released this particular one, and this is the size we're gonna send here. So this is the nice thing about chromin is MC. Okay, so out of the 200-300 plant flower, and I literally did smell, and I do a lot of basic research before. Yes, they have fragrance at night at 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, all the way to 6 o'clock. Yes, it is fragrant 24 hours. And guess what? What I had noticed, the fragrance is strongest at about 2 to 3 a.m. in March. So that's tell you just a Darwin theory. They have the reason this species have fragrance, or in this case, this particular clone that I propagated had a stronger sense they must have some kind of moth that attract to the flower at about 2 to 3 a.m. So this is the only that we are not blessed by the sky. We are the first time. You know, I've been growing Phalaenopsis since I was 6 years old, back in the 60s. The first time that I can finally tell you that I have a species, I have a product we can sell to you, and it's 24 hours fragrance. And they're not the biggest flower. It's a diploid form, but I tissue culture. This is why I went to school. I clone them and I stem prop it, and I take the time to flower ABC after this tissue culture. I could have released it much 2-3 years ago when I'm younger, but I want to make sure that they are true to type. So this is why when I say this whole project take me 10 years of work, and that's why you know most of the orchid growers that you see they're not young. A lot of the new products that we had to work on are slow, and you know. But this is I'm very excited to share this to you. This is the first time we launch, and I think they have 2 sizes available: the mature size and in flower. This is the size we send in. I think the 65 because the justified because the tall spike. But what I like about this one here is
Some of those are over 3 feet.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Some are over 3 feet.
Some are look at leaf.
Yeah, that's over 3 feet.
And leaf are gorgeous, but the one I clone, that tissue culture also had the prettiest and more compact leaf. So in order for me to clone something, you know, the plant got to be perfect. That's why I go through this 200-300 plant. But this is also a fun one. Right? For you go under light, the leaf is very soft. You can actually do a topiary. Okay, if you go under light, there might be issue. Just do a wire. You do a topiary. If you got 2 together, you can do a heart shape.
Yep.
Okay, it's fun. Anyway, so there's about maybe 100 plant is in spike only. If you like it, get the spiking one first because you can enjoy 24 hours all the time for you. So this is about fragrance. A lot of times the fragrant orchid always associated with temperature and photosynthesis, you know, the light. But this is the blessing from the sky, you know, we are very fortunate in today. Even they don't have this 30 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago. But now we actually identified a species that have 24 hours fragrance and also very pretty. So there you go. I hope you like what the result of my 10-year work. Okay. So very exciting. You can do this one here. So this is the size we will send you down there. Watch top. Any questions so far about fragrant orchid? Phalaenopsis? A lot of your
I want
Phalaenopsis.
to know what the yellow one to the left is.
This one here?
I don't know if it's that one.
This one here?
Carol is asking, yeah.
Which one?
I'm not sure. One of those 2.
Oh. She her herself.
Yeah, Carol is asking what the yellow one to the left is.
Okay. A lot of these yellow the fragrant Phalaenopsis all from Southeast Asia. Okay, so when you grow the Phalaenopsis, lots of you live in South Florida, the South, Texas by the ocean. You are lucky. I have customers like in Augustin. They can go outdoor year round, and they do like the heat. So the only thing about the fragrant Phalaenopsis, because the genetic background, they're all from Malaysia, Indonesia, or some from Philippines. That in this case of the Elaine Taylor, I guess this is the one I told you about that you must have. My friend Elaine from Orlando, she's an orchid judge, and my good friend since 20 years from New York. Anyway, this is the remake of Princess Kanani, and Princess Kanani is Amboriensis crossed with Valencia Bernina alba now. Okay, so there you go. How handsome is this orchid here? This is also a good one to do mounting or put in the basket with tilted. Okay, but if you go under light on this one here, this is about a 6 years old seedling. When you buy something on this type of novelty or fragrant, never buy plant as what we call the seedling size, because it doesn't justify the weight. Let the professional grower do their job. A plant like this do how many spikes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spikes. Wow, 5 spikes. And then they have a couple more new one coming up. So this is perfect for underlight, the sequential flower. The minimum night temperature for all this type of Phalaenopsis is 58 to 60. Minimum is 58. You know, I have grown this type lower than 58 before, but don't try this at home. You know, that's the perfect. When you just sometimes if you do it accidentally, you cannot keep the heat that long, that warm below about 58 or 60. Just do not water them. Let the plant dry. If you water the plant on the cold winter time, it's actually worse than not water, because what happens with the extra moisture and down in the cold area, the moisture will become icy or and damage the root. It might not show up right away, but the following springtime, when the weather is warm up, they want to have water and nutrient. There is no root to support, and that's why the plant collapse. Anyway, so the trick on this is I like to do it in a moss. Sorry for the box dry, because they're not for what. Notice that the moss, some of the older leaf, original leaf from 4 years ago, still there, and that's because of moss. Because this type of orchid do not have a thick area to store water, so they're not very forgiving about dry between water. Sometimes, if it's especially when you have a new bark that doesn't hold up moisture. So I always like to do moss on this type. And if you worry about they don't dry out on the 4-inch pot like this, you can actually take this, cut the pot and just take it in to a clay pot. A clay pot is wonderful to have because it's breathe, and then actually will dry out your potting media a lot faster. Okay, and then another one, actually, which I think I showed you this last week. Is the oh my god, yeah. This is the one called oh my god, oh my god, and guess what? It is have the Tetrapus alba in the background. Many of you have bought them already. We have a lot of new member. Again, this is the one to get. With Tetrapus in the background, they grow up much faster. It doesn't take as much the size of the leaf as Princess Kanani. And because the Tetrapus, they tend to be flower earlier than Bernina influence. The Bernina itself will flower about May for Florida, but this type, oh my god, because Tetrapus in the background, they can flower as early as the end of February to March. Yes.
Carol would like to know if it can be grown in a south-facing window.
Perfect. Who's Carol?
Carol Cooper.
Oh, okay. By all means, south is very good. Some Phalaenopsis is actually can grow under north exposure, but the novelty Phalaenopsis, especially the fragrant type, again, they love the heat, they love the light. As long as you don't burn the leaf, by all means, maximum the light will give you more flower and more spikes. Okay. And about the feeding. The feeding on the novelty phalaenopsis like this. Okay, remember, they flower all summer long. Okay, so right now is the time. If you get my fertilizer, follow my instruction every other week. Make sure you feed it all the time. And because especially when they're in flower, they use a lot of nutrient. If you don't give it to them, they're going to take off from the mother plant. So if mother plant was weakened because it had to support so many flowers and all the time, they might not give you as many flowers next year. And here's another one I really like is I don't have too many, so I want to make sure I show it to you. Guess what? This is green. This is the first one. It's called Norman Shallow Burma J. Okay. This is my own creation, and this is the first type like using the harlequin. Remember the harlequin from Gigantea onto a Bernina alba background. So this is, there you go. This is your first fragrance novelty with harlequin with novelty. It's really pretty. And the green stay year round. And also because the Bernina in the background, guess what? They cakey themselves a lot. It's down here. So now you have two plants together. They do their own things. It's not uncommon for Bernina hybrid or Bernina itself to have a cakey themselves. So this is a limited item. We down to about 30 plants. If you like the green, this is the one I have, and they don't get very tall, by the way, so perfect for windowsill or under light. That one, another one. Another one of my good hybrid. Now this, we're getting the complex hybrid now. Get your name. Okay. This is the complex Bernina and Valencia Amoriensis, and a lot of time people ask me what is my favorite, the most fragrant and easy growing complex hybrid. Is this one here. It's called KS Happy Eagle, and it's my chrome. It's called KS Happy Eagle 3 fragrance. Okay, look how wonderful they are. You see here, 3 spikes. And you can see some of the reducer from the sack, but that's okay. But this one here, I actually need to go onto a bigger pot because I still have it in this container for about 3 years now. You notice that it started pushing out to the bottom of the pot. And Roger, can you see the H? I usually like to have 1 inch below. The plant is actually pushing out, so it's telling me that I need to repot it. And nice thing about novelty phalaenopsis, this type, you never want to repot in the middle of the winter time when they are resting. So even though this has spike, it's okay to repot them at this stage. All you have to do is just take it out of the pot and put it in a slightly larger pot with a fresh moss around it, and the plant will continue. So this is the KS Happy Equals 3 fragrance. Again, with the violet in the background, it is very fragrant from about 11 o'clock all the way to about 5 o'clock sunset time. Okay, I'm not sure about maybe the underlight grower Jeff. Can you let me know if this type have fragrance even at the end of 12 hours? Because sometimes I always curious. It does? Okay, good. So Jeff just told me that under light, they do 12 hours. So even the outside may be dark already. It just proves that the fragrance is associated with the daylight. So Jeff said even at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, at 12 hours, outside is nighttime, the plant still have fragrance. So there's more power to you for all the underlight grower. Okay, you have 12 hours light, and the fragrance will continue as long as there's a light shine on the plant. Okay, so this is the item number. This is the stage. I cannot say enough. Just really like this particular chrome that we teach in culture. Okay. Any question? Oh, can you show the light, the picture here? You notice that kind of yellowish here, and that's okay. A lot of the Phalaenopsis, especially the Bernina type, in the winter time we get a lot more light. So the plant might get, when this is the response when the plant get a lot of light. So they might be a little bit yellowish, but the new growth in the summertime will be okay. I'm a time in the winter time. I'm a strong light grower. I tend to give the plant more harsh light, more light, because they can do it because in the winter time the light intensity is not as strong, and giving them more light, you can give it a early push to get more flower here, but at the same spot with less light. For example, we put an extra shade curtain, the new leaf will be okay. So this is actually doesn't bother them. It just make the plant stronger and to support all the new flower. So not everything had to be perfectly green and dark green. Sometimes the foliage is too dark green. They will not flower well for you. Okay. Now this is the fun one. This is the one that Jamie and Crystal got. Okay. And this is the first time we release it. Let me put it here. Can you get the glue shop here? Okay. This is Roger. Can you put? This is actually the same name. It's called KS Happy Eagle. This one is actually a mutation from the cloning of sweet fragrant, the one we saw earlier. And in process, in chemical, in the laboratory, mutation does happen. And in this particular case, it's a wonderful mutation because the plant is trying to make polaric. And it's a wonderful polaric. And this is the one that Crystal got. And what interesting about this kind of polaric is this is the normal one. Okay, you gotta do a close up here. The plant size, the flower count is just the same as the three fragrance. Okay, now this is the beautiful polaric. Now polaric is you see the lip fuse up to the petal, and it had the same wonderful fragrance as the KS Happy Eagle 3 fragrance. So, and this is the result that I did a limited stem prop, but I know someone Rich gonna do a discussion later. Interesting enough is look at the flower on this one here, and Crystal, you might notice on your flower the expression of is very similar to a species called Tetrapus C1. This is the genetically they kind of mutated on also. The petal can be just like this, or they can be 50, what we call 50-50. Every single flower can be different, and yeah. Okay, and the reason this got more green right now is this is flower under warmer temperature in August. This is flower in April when the weather is cooler. So the cooler the temperature, you get a more reddish splash. As the weather warm up, the Bernina, the regular Bernina will take over. So every single flower, this will drive the judges crazy. Okay, so this is kind of fun. Okay, we cannot never able to guarantee that every flower gonna look like this, because the temperature, just like the fragrance, will affect the temperature will affect the fragrance. for this particular chrome we just released. There's two sizes, this size and the bigger one. It's a wonderful have. If you like polaric, if you like something different, every year will be different. You never get tired of it. Any question on this one before I move up? And also, you never
Fragrance on it. What's
Huh?
fragrance on it? How's fragrance on it?
Fragrance. Okay, Brian, I need your nose. What's the fragrance? The fragrance on this is a lot very citrus because you have Bernina and Amboriensis. What are to you?
Not quite sure.
You're not sure. Yeah, because
But it is it fragrant?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it's definitely very.
So it is fragrant. We
Okay.
just don't know what it smells like.
I think when you guys have it, post a photograph, and let's do a fragrance testing, just a wine testing. Everybody have a glass of wine and tell me about the fragrance to you.
So we need a sommelier.
Everybody have different nose.
We need a sommelier.
Yeah, yeah, have a red wine.
Sommelier.
Come with it.
Sommelier. Sommelier.
Yeah, this one I would say, lots of you have Grocaria, like have Dipiana background, very similar to Dipiana, but not as strong as Dipiana. And again, I think this chrome will be a wonderful subject to do a mountain because the way they mounted themselves. Or if you live in Florida, you can also put in a bigger basket, tea basket, the venda with an open slack, and it will be flower all year
Crystal
round for
says
you.
it smells like gardenias.
Who said that?
Crystal.
Okay, good, Crystal. Now you don't have to have gardenia bushes anymore. So earlier today, some people asked me about what is husky grower mean. Okay, so this one inspired me to do this one here. Now this is the fun one. This is what I call a husky grower hybrid. Okay, this one here is a primary, and I think they're 28 and 2 for 50. This one here is Valencia Indigo, Indigo Red. Remember the Indigo, Valencia? Crossed with as a pup parent and crossed with a species called Pokra, and Pokra is related to the Bernina. Okay, now this is what I call a husky grower. Look at how husky. Husky doesn't mean they are fat or big. They just, you know, what I call the really robust grower. And not only that, because the Pokra in the background, Pokra can take a lot of heat. Pokra can take the heat just like Surya, 90 degree, 95, no problem. And the plant is, and love this one. Roger can take a look at the tray. This is the way they are. Okay. This is what I call the species vigors. This is from last year. The new spike is coming, and the leaf from Pokra is just shining. Okay, so if you like the Popcat Special, I think this one is 2 for 50. So get an extra one for your friend or your neighbor, or you can do as a gift. But they should also stay compact. So it's good for your underlight grower, windowsill, and they sequential flower. They keep flower all the time. And because the Pokra in the background, I say husky, they're not big plant. They're just very husky growers. They're like we. Okay, very, very handsome plant. Look how compact and shiny. Okay, so, and they also very, very fragrant because the Valencia background in there. Okay, alrighty. And the color, if you put it under the sun, you can actually very shining on them. Okay, since we're on the subject of, they just gave me this one. I know it's not a Phalaenopsis, but I love fragrance. So this is a fragrance Phalaenopsis. And this is made by my good friend Harold Cooperwood, and he named it after his daughter, named it Cooperwood. Check out the leaf. Okay, This is Deltanaria melanoponensis. Okay, now if you live in Florida, the warm climate, you might not be able to flower melanoponensis because they need to have a cold drop temperature to flower. But since it crossed with Deltanaria, a species from Vietnam, piece of cake. This is as tall as they get. The fragrance, some people told me it smells like almond flour. Okay, so this is a very good remake, which the new Deltanaria from Vietnam called Miss Saigon. And you can tell it has 2 flowers on it. Okay, in the older generation, Nana Cooper would usually have 1 flower only, but now this new hybrid have 2 spikes. And this is what we do. We do remake. When we do remake, we always making it with a better and superior parent. And this particular case, also the leaf. The leaf is very handsome on this. Okay. Now this one here, the next one. Yes. Okay, I think this has been named. Okay, now this one is amazing. Not the biggest flower, but the plant. I like the plant because it's crossed with Violetia indigo. Violetia indigo from H.B. Norton, who is the original creator, are very compact. But we do a lot of work to improve, especially the root. So this plant have very good rooting system, even though it's from the Violetia indigo, and the fragrance is very strong. Is when I smell this, it's almost remind me of the Catalina fragrance. So I would grow this one just for the. I have a lot of novelty fragrant flower. I particularly like this one. I think this one might be named as the Norman's purple something. It's one of the strongest fragrance. It's a mixture of like gardenia, citrus flower, and as strong as Catalina. So don't mix this one. This one we're gonna keep some. I think this one also won it fell all the way to October. I believe this one also got the best phalaenopsis of the Huntington show in October 25th. So the season just started. And the group, okay. Alrighty, right. Next. And I have to show this again when every time I do the fragrance analysis. This is my young blueberry. Okay, yes, it is like a color of blueberry, and it is so delicious. The fragrance is like good enough to eat. We are selling out very fast on this one here. Lots of you have this one. Mention something. Do you like the fragrance, the color? One of the most successful brew hybrid from my good friend Yang is called Yang Blueberry. Again, a lot of 2 shot of tetrapods in the background. That's just why the tetrapod gives you so many flowers. Okay, and look at this, another spike coming on a very small plant. Okay, so if you don't have this one yet, get it soon because we are almost sold out of this one here. So in our business, once I sold out, even if we remake it, maybe another 4 years. We cannot go to copy machine and say, hit the button and say make 10 copy. All right. And then this is for my good friend in Florida. Okay, 15th, yeah. Again, another Deltanaria hybrid, another fragrant one. So this is for Sunny. Okay, this is using the local calendar as a pop parent. and the new Deltanaria from Vietnam. You notice that the new hybrid with Vietnamese Deltanaria all have 2 flowers. Again, that's why when we make hybrid, you know, garbage in, garbage out, you always get the best one. And this is why people come to my nursery, because we don't make the hybrid because we want to make the hybrid. It's what I call the Planned Parenthood. Do a lot of research, spend a lot of money. Every time Jamie always very nervous when I go to Asia. We always, you know, if a stock plant is available, you know what, name your price. But this is how we can make sure, if you're going to spend all the research, all the money to raise a crop, this is a 4 years old plant. Okay, it takes 4 years to grow something to flower and then sell them. If I'm going to invest 4 years to raise an orchid, I might as well start with the best parentage or material is available that people willing to part with. Okay. And last one, but not the least one. This is a cutie pie. Equestrians. Okay, I have. This is rarely available. This is the meristem, tissue culture one. This is the awarded Equestrian Surya. Okay, and this is awarded in Taiwan, and Equestrian Surya, different than some other equestrians. The Surya form usually flower later. Some of you have my equestrian different version earlier. The equestrian Rosia type will flower in the springtime. The Surya form usually flower in the summertime. The season just now. So if you like Surya, if you like miniature orchid, this is the one to get. And they do have some light fragrance. They're not known for the fragrance, but on a warm day, they do have Surya light fragrance. But you have to have a good nose to sense that. Okay, I think that's about it today. Huh? Your turn? Oh my God, Jamie's taking over this podcast. Bye.
Okay, so I was reading some of the comments that Norman's going so fast you can't see the flowers. So we'll just do a real quick of a recap of the flower. Just the flowers. I'm not going to talk about it because Norman is more knowledgeable on that department. Let me get Hannah out of my pocket so I don't smush her. Hey, can I have the plants now? Which one? So let's start with this one, right? This is MC1516. They want to see close-ups.
You need close-up.
Yeah, that just take a minute and do a close-up. Because I forgot who requested. They would like to see a close-up. So let's just do a close-up real quick. MC1516. Any questions? If you have questions, ask now. Forever hold your peace because I don't want to answer them afterwards. MC1516. And let me know if anybody had any questions, okay? And this is the one I spiked earlier. This is NF292. Yeah, because the lights earlier was too bright on the yellow. So NF292. And here's a gorgeous plant. And I think Norman's saying if you don't know how to grow it and moss is too wet, it's either slit the pot, put it in a terracotta pot. Huh? NF292. Is there any comments? Is there any comments, guys?
It's beautiful.
Okay. No, I mean, any comments from anybody?
No, they're just
Okay.
saying it's beautiful.
Oh, perfect. Okay, that's Norman's like, move on. Here you
I'm
go.
gonna charge you over them, Dan.
Perfect. Charge me. Then I get to take another plant home. I already got plant in mine. This one looks pretty good for my little
Another
office.
jumper? You have another two jumpers
Two
today?
jumpers.
Oh
I
my
found
God.
2 jumpers
We
today.
got to get counselors
She
in
work
there.
for Orchid.
I work for Orchid. Trust me, 2 of them is not enough. MC 2014. MC 2014. Look at this little robust little guys. Look at the root system, and we have 3 spikes. But this is not. There's only 1. But anyway, MC 2014. MC 2014. Mr. Brian. Okay. Wow. Is this only 1?
No, it's simple.
MC 2014.1. But I thought the .1s are just selected.
No, 0.1 is a mutation.
Mutation group.
The
Okay.
mutation from the regular 20.
Okay.
This is the variation.
MC 2014.1.
That's
At least
the
10
Montclair
people have
rare.
asked what are the ones directly behind you.
I know. So
That-
focus, guys.
I can't
Focus.
focus. I'm trying to. The pink one's behind you.
It's
I'm
called a
focused on it.
That's next
phalaenopsis.
week.
That's next week.
Phalaenopsis? Okay.
Phalaenopsis.
So next week we'll know what those phalaenopsis
Yes.
are.
Yes.
Perfect.
And
Thank
then
you.
another thing, if I just take you guys for a walk, please don't ask me what is that one on 2.2 seconds, because we are going for a walk. If you make it difficult, we're not going to go for a walk anymore. And I'm tough. I'm a tough cookie. If I'm going to take you for a walk, let's just enjoy the walk. Don't make me work afterwards. You see how I just ignored you guys? I'm very good at that. What number is this?
The same one, 2014.1.
Okay, so this is the MC 2014.1.
They're all different, remember?
Yeah, they're all a little bit different. But I love this. I have a giant one that I took home.
Crystal got one.
Crystal got one. I saw that. Crystal did a video. I would just really like to see Crystal jump on about it. Anyway, so this is MC 2014.1, correct?
Yes.
Does everybody like this better? Because, you know, I was just trying to do things that people like. And this is NF1566. NF Bernina.
Regular form.
Regular form. NF1566. And again, if you guys are going to spike this, be real careful. It's kind of like thick and brutal. See, and these I would train it to go up a little bit at a time, and I would do the hook technique versus try to spike it. You'll snap it and you'll cry. Trust
Oh,
me.
that was nice.
You'll cry a lot. Okay, this one's next.
That one's beautiful.
Okay, so we have NF2360. NF2360. And is this a Bernina too? Yeah. So again, this one will be really hard to spike, but again, you could probably get 1 wire if you do want it. I probably do, because I don't know where the next flower is going to go. Like I said, train it one little bit at a time to get it. So this is NF2360. You guys are laughing. NF2360. We're running to overtime. I gotta feed the boys.
Your puppy always sleeping.
She's napping because mommy's busy. Okay, here we go. Wait, did you guys see Hannah?
Is there a tag on Hannah?
Tana is not. Hannah is not for sale.
No ID number?
Whee!
Eye candy.
Huh? Eye candy.
candy.
Oh yeah, this is eye candy. So is Chestnut Buttercup. Okay. Wow.
That was the last
I
one.
love just looking at these leaves. Now I love your lights. I enjoy my office so much more now. This is NF2539. NF2539. These leaves are so shiny. I think this is a product of Mega Thrive. It keeps
Omega sold out until June.
Mega Thrive sold out till
Someone was asking
June.
about what temperature is it in here and what humidity.
What temperature is it in
really
here,
good.
Norm?
Trying to keep it below 80.
Below 80, but we're by the swamp cooler, so we're
Right.
cooler
Some
here.
cooler is really cool.
And
Yeah.
Not too cold.
what
not too-
humidity
not too cold.
is it in here?
What
We
humidity?
don't want to keep it below 60. Want to keep it about 60.
But you have to understand, this is our production room too, so we keep it cooler.
So if you're
This is-
growing these, what should they aim for? Is what they're asking.
The optimum night temperature is 60. These are one grower. Minimum is 60 at night, and they can go up to 85, 95, but you got water more.
Yeah.
They love
What
heat.
humidity should they aim for?
Minimum is 55.
55 humidity.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Too
every
much, people
yeah.
not good too.
Yeah.
We have a lot of
People are asking.
greenhouses here. Every greenhouse is different, depends on what we're growing. And
Right.
of course, here we're by the swamp cooler, and it's a staging house, so it's going to be a lot cooler.
Right.
Okay, here you go.
That's it, right?
No.
No, no.
Oh, what breed is Hannah?
What breed is Hannah?
Donna wants to know what. Donna Richards wants to know what breed is.
Oh, hey, she's a Yoki Terrier teacup. But she's been eating a lot, so I'm gonna have to watch her girlish figure. She's now 1.57 the last weekend.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, yeah,
Putting
she's
on
getting
weight.
up. I was thinking this more of the fur. Hey, let's focus. Back to the orchids. NF2486. NF2486. Okay, again, you could spike them. Is this next? Is this, oh my god? Hi, Chestnut.
Is that last one?
No, I think we have a few more. This is MC2193. MC2193. Oh my god one. Okay, MC.
Oh my god.
Is this next? No, this is done, I think.
Oh, you already did that one?
No, this one I did. And this one is MC1347. You should have cut this other spike off. It's already gone. But MC1347. I wish you could touch the substance on this one. It's amazing. Just amazing. Here you go. Excuse me, Chestnut. Oh, I need $200 worth of half for you.
That's for Sunny. Sunny want to know the right number.
Oh, Sunny, this is for you.
Light
NF1513.
fragrance.
You wanted to know the number? Wow. NF1513. And then what? One more? Two more? We're almost done, guys. Almost done. This is NF407. NF407 is a path. Oh, yeah.
For Mr. Harold,
Yeah, for Mr. Harold Lane Cooperwoods.
our good friend.
Fragrance.
Our good friend Harold. I
Very
called
good.
him the other day. I missed him. And Steve.
Yes.
Yeah, this is
I
a
just
remake.
had to do my calls on them. And this is no. Ooh, Norman, don't have a heart attack. Oh,
No, this is the one we're gonna chrome. Remember?
wait, we can't show it.
Ah!
Maybe this one should jump in my car. This is perfect size. I already have one. NF267.
What about for Norman?
NF267. Norman, you live here. You live
True.
here.
I live in the greenhouse.
You don't have to take any home. NF267. I think Jeff and Rogers are moving in on Saturdays now. We now have no life on Saturdays. NF267. Are we done? We're
Hey,
good?
Brian.
And Brian too.
Oh, you already did the small one, right?
I didn't do this one. I don't have a number.
Oh,
I don't have a number for this.
That's chrome. That's MC.
Oh.
MC.
This is MC1516. I think I started with this. Oh, sorry. I started with this. Okay, guys. Like I said, we really appreciate everybody. And I hope everybody's learning. And I hope we're doing a better job at this.
And I think I'm gonna change the podcast to Jamie's podcast now.
And
So
then,
I'm just a sidekick now.
And earlier, I actually got Eric to do a 1.5-minute video.
Yeah.
Yeah, he let me shoot a 1.5-minute video of him and his little side project. that's going to be posted on Phil Fanatics. Sorry guys, you wanted to see stuff, you're going to have to join our Phil Fanatics. You already joined. I already joined for you. I'd like to thank Roger, Jeff, and Brian again for every Saturday for coming to help us. And Nicole. Nicole's napping. But anyways, so thank you. If you guys have any question, please feel free to ask us on the page. And thank you again for taking it easy on the PMs. Norman and I really enjoy that. But yeah, we care about you guys, but just talk to us on the group. That way we could actually share everything, the knowledge.
Lots of time I've been answering a very similar question, but
over and over again.
Then I think this way everybody can share. But we also have a lot of knowledge grow in the group too. We have Carol Allen, is a plant pathologist. She can wave in, and I just invited Olaf. He's a German.
You did?
He's a German, and he gonna write for us on the Phil Fanatic.
Right. He's
a very famous botanist, and he and I and Harold Cooper will co-write an article for Orchid Digest on Phalaenopsis tetrapodus. So this is going to be a fine group, and Olaf is going to be on the Phil Fanatic. So we're going to have a taxonomist on board at Phil Fanatic too. So if you really like about Phalaenopsis, and this is going to be a new wave of Phalaenopsis because we have new species, new novelty, new hybrid, so it could be another new revolution of Phalaenopsis coming in, okay?
And please join Phil Fanatics. We're going to have to plug that. We work really hard for you guys for this VIP group. We would appreciate if you would.
70 members.
We almost 70 members, and what, less than a month?
Just over a month.
Over a month. I mean, just think about it. We work really, really hard for you guys for this VIP group. We would really appreciate if you could come and join us, support us at Phil Fanatics. And remember, this is a nonprofit. Everything goes to scholarship. We have a symposium coming out on, what is it? What are you guys going to call it? Just on a web like what we're doing now, a symposium. We're going to do a lot more of it. The other day I tried on we're doing Zoom symposium. We're going to do happy hours on Zoom. The other day I tried on a Facebook group, but that didn't get very far because there's like 4 of us. We already cover the whole screen. So anyway, so there's going to be a lot going on in Phil Fanatics, and so we appreciate you joining us. And that's it, folks, for today. All right, guys. Bye.